We're going to explore the SAM model, that's the successive approximation model, and see how it stacks up against the more traditional ADDIE model. Whether you're new to instructional design or looking to refresh your toolkit, this session will help you understand when and why to use SAM and what sets it apart. Let's get into it. SAM stands for Successive Approximation Model. Developed by Michael Allen, SAM is an agile, iterative approach to instructional design. Unlike traditional models that follow a strict sequence, SAM is all about flexibility, rapid prototyping, and ongoing feedback. The main idea is to get started quickly, create working versions of your learning solution early, and improve it through cycles of feedback and revision. Let's break down the key phases of SAM. There are two main versions, SAM 1, the basic version, and SAM 2, a more detailed version. Today, we'll focus on SAM 2, as it's the most widely used in professional settings. Preparation phase. Gather background information, existing materials, and clarify project goals. Meet with stakeholders to establish expectations and constraints. Iterative design phase. Create rough drafts or prototypes of the learning experience. Share these early versions with stakeholders and learners to gather feedback. Revise and improve the content based on that feedback. Repeat this cycle as needed, with each iteration producing a more refined version. Iterative development phase. Move from prototype to full development, continuing to test and refine. Address technical, content, and design issues as they arise. Engage with the project team and stakeholders throughout. The heart of SAM is its iterative nature. The process is never strictly linear. Instead, you're constantly circling back, making tweaks, and improving the learning experience as you go. Before we dig into the differences, let's quickly review the ADDIE model. ADDIE stands for Analyze, Design, Develop, Implement, and Evaluate. It's a linear, step-by-step process that has been the backbone of instructional design for decades. Analyze. Identify learner needs, goals, and constraints. Design. Plan the structure, content, and assessment strategies. Develop. Create the instructional materials. Implement. Deliver the course or training. Evaluate. Assess the effectiveness and make improvements for next time. ADDIE is systematic and thorough, but it can be slow to adapt if changes are needed late in the process. Flexibility. SAM is agile and iterative, allowing for changes at any stage. ADDIE is more rigid, with each phase completed before the next begins. Prototyping. SAM encourages early and frequent prototyping, so stakeholders see and interact with working versions right from the start. In ADDIE, prototypes often come much later, if at all. Feedback loops. SAM builds in regular feedback and revision cycles. ADDIE typically gathers feedback at the end, during the evaluation stage. Time to launch. SAM can get learning solutions in front of learners more quickly, as you're not waiting for every detail to be perfect before you test. ADDIE's linear flow can slow down project timelines, especially if major changes are needed after implementation. Stakeholder engagement. SAM involves stakeholders throughout, making it easier to spot issues early. ADDIE may not engage stakeholders as intensively until later phases. SAM is a great choice when you need to deliver solutions quickly and can't afford to wait until the end to discover problems. Your project is complex or innovative and you expect requirements to evolve. You want regular input from learners and stakeholders to ensure the solution is on track. You're working in a dynamic team that thrives on collaboration and iteration. ADDIE, on the other hand, is still valuable for projects where requirements are stable, timelines are longer, and a high degree of documentation and structure is needed. Let's say you're designing an online induction program for new staff at a large Aussie company. With SAM, you'd start by gathering the basics, whip up a quick prototype of the first module, and show it to team leads and a few new hires. Their feedback helps you spot issues early. Maybe the navigation is confusing or the tone isn't quite right. You make those fixes and cycle through a few more iterations. By the time you roll out the full program, you've ironed out most of the kinks, and the end result is more engaging and relevant. With ADDIE, You'd spend more time upfront planning every detail before building. If you discover a problem later, it could take more time and effort to fix. To wrap up, the SAM model is all about rapid development, continuous improvement, and stakeholder involvement. It's a flexible, modern approach that works well in today's fast-paced learning environments. While ADDIE remains a solid choice for many projects, SAM offers instructional designers a way to stay agile, responsive, and learner-centered. Thanks for tuning in.